everyone, it's Nicole Martel. Welcome to a Cherry on Top YouTube Hop for July. Today we're sharing family projects, and I'm going to be sharing how I created this little album. I plan on adding photos later with embellishment, but for now I just went ahead and made this 4x6 Chipboard album using Pinkfresh Studios Crafted Moments products. And I just love this so much, and I can't wait to share the process with you. And to begin, I'm using two 4x6 chipboard pieces. I'm also using Pinkfresh Studios Crafted Moment papers. There's so many beautiful pattern papers in this collection, and I just love it. So that's what I'm going to be working with today. I also have a book cover tool that I'm going to be using to get this together. And then I started doing this wrong because my husband distracted me, came in talking as I was filming. So I went ahead and traced the template around the paper, and then I cut it down. And then I should have mounted the chipboard to the center so it wouldn't move, but I didn't. I just went ahead and just did this instead. But it's better to go ahead and glue the chipboard to the center. That way it doesn't shift when you're making your markings. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this around there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the markings for the corners. And this is just a good idea to do because it'll help you create the crease when you go to mount it together. And I'll show you how to do that as well. And I'm just taking my time to share this process because this is the tricky part of the whole process, is getting these covers done the right way. Okay, so now that they're both cut, I'm going to go ahead and bend the sides. And then I'm going to just use a bone folder, whatever you have, to kind of get that crease down and do the top and the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to glue it, and I should have glued the front too, but I didn't, to the paper. But it'll be okay, because once I show you how this is done, it'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and glue all the corners around the whole chipboard, and then I put a book over it just to hold it in place while it dries. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the back cover. And I'm just smoothing these out. And as you can see, some of the corners have like chipboard. You can see it peeking through. And so I'm going to show you how I fixed that. And that's because I didn't glue the chipboard to the center, and it shifted when I was cutting. So there's a little bit of chipboard peeking in. But I'll show you how to fix that in a moment. I'm using Lawn Fawn's adhesive sheets. These are great sheets for mounting paper to a chipboard piece, and it won't come off. So initially I cut this down smaller to go ahead and put in the center of that, but then I realized the corners show the chipboard. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grab another piece of pattern paper or two, and I'm going to cover it. And so I'm going to cut this down to measure 4x6, which is the size of the chipboard, and I'm going to go ahead and add an adhesive sheet to it, lining it up at the corners, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop that on. And then I realized after I cut this one out, I don't want to do that. I want a bigger sheet of paper. So I'm going to do that one again. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and peel the adhesive off and put that right on there. And see, I covered all the mistakes that I made, which is great. And then I was going to pop this one here, and then I realized I don't like that. I want to cover the whole thing. So I just repeated the process with this paper. And I'm not too upset about the different papers not matching, coordinating from one page to the next, because I love all the pattern papers in this collection, and it's like a patchwork album. Paige Evans does a great job with all her patterns. I love them all. So it's a mixture of patterns, and I love it. Alright, so that's down. And now I have my cover and the back of the album done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pocket. I'm going to fold this in half. And actually, I'm not going to do the pocket yet. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and use red tape for the side and the bottom. I'm going to peel this off and fold it in half. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to create a pocket. I cut this down to 4 inches. So this is 4 by 4. And then I'm going to use the hole punch to pop the hole in there to give like a tab. But then I realized it wasn't directly in the center, which kind of bothers me. So I cut it down a little bit, and I'm just going to add more tape in there, and you won't even tell. You can't even tell. And then it is a little bit smaller, but it's not a big deal because it's going to fit the tags when I make them. And so I'm going to use my metal tags, and I'm going to run it through my machine. And I'm just going to pull some patterns out that I want to use and fold them in half. This way I can get 2 tags for each pattern without doing too much work. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and run this through. And then what I'll do is I'm going to mount 2 tags together just so it's a little bit thicker than just having one sheet of pattern paper for the tag. It just makes it a little bit sturdier. Okay, and then when you're doing this, be careful so that you're not gluing the wrong side. I initially wanted the purple, but I got so wrapped up in what I was doing, I didn't realize I was covering the side I actually wanted. So just be mindful of that. And then once I start playing in this album, I'm going to be adding more tags too, just for fun. Okay, and then I cut the excess off because some of it was a little bit off center. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. I'm down to the end of this bottle here. I like to get everything out before I throw it away. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this down. And that one's fine. And these go right in here nicely. I'm going to add some more in there with different patterns. But this is just to show you the process. Alright, and then I'm going to add another piece of string in here. And then later I will come back in and embellish the front of that pocket. And now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going through all my patterns, and I'm selecting the pattern that will be okay if I fold the paper in half for pages and they won't be upside down. So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on the patterns. The ones that I need to cut in portrait, I'm going to do separate. And that will come later. So to begin, I'm going to go ahead and fold each 6 by 8 pattern paper in half. And this will make a 4 by 6 paper for the album. And it makes it a little bit sturdier doing this instead of just cutting one page for, one little sheet and then putting it in the little book. So I just do this so it's a little bit thicker and more sturdier. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount them all together. And I just repeated the process for all the pages here, making sure everything is done. And those are all the pages. And those are done. And so by the time I'm done this, I have a total of 14 pages. And then I have the 2 chipboard covers. And I have this fun bookmark that I'm making. And this will stay inside the book. So I folded the 6 by 8 pattern paper in half so that it was portrait facing. And then I'm going to punch the heart at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to add some pattern paper behind it to change it because I don't want the flowers. I want something else like green to kind of go with the houses. I'm going to cut this down and I'm going to go ahead and glue this inside. And when I did this, I realized I put the adhesive strip too far down. I did not want to do that because I want that to peek through for the heart. So then I just cut another piece to cover it, and then I added a strip at the bottom for adhesive, and that was fine too. And then I'm going to stick that right there, and then I'll come back later and embellish that. And now I'm cutting the papers that need to be cut so that the portrait side facing up due to the pattern, because I do want to add these in the album. And so I'm just cutting these all down to measure 4 by 6, and then I'm going to mount them together. And I only cut 4 of them, so because the other patterns are already in the album. Okay, I'm going to cut the excess off because some of the patterns seep through. And then I'm going to mount this together and do the same thing, and I'm lining it up at the corner. Perfect. And then I'm going to pop these in here. I love all the patterns, just so fun, so pretty. Okay, and there's all my pages. Perfect. I am going to be using some die cuts, metal dies that I have from Physics and 49 Market. These are great for making interactive pages, so I'm going to go ahead and make a folder or a little pocket to hold all kinds of tags and other elements, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the doily out. I thought it would be fun to cut the sunshine out using a doily, and I'm going to show you something fun that I'm going to do with this. I just love this. This is so fun. I just love playing around with this book and doing fun things. So I'm going to go ahead and make the pocket first, and then I'm going to show you what I do with that doily, because it's a really cool idea I got last night as I was working on this. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold the creases. So this is going to have a good amount of room to put photos and tags in there, which I love. And I'm using red tape to mount these down. And then I'm going to add some on the side and the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to peel this off here. And then mount those together so it stays in place. And then I am going to end up just gluing it once I have the red tape holding all the pieces together, just so that I can be sure it's not going to fall off over time. And it's too wide to go long ways, so I'm going to place it to the side here, which is fine. And then I'm going to glue this on there, but I'm actually going to come back and add a photo on top of it and embellish that page. So it's going to be like a hidden pocket. And I'm trying to get it towards the end there, so that when I do all the cuts, which you'll see in a minute, you'll see how that looks. And so this is what I was going to do with the doily. I'm going to fold it and tuck it, and I'm going to make a pocket. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue this together, and I'm going to stick it right on the page. I'm not going to tuck it behind it. I just did that so I can make the crease, and then I can put some tags or pictures or anything in there, and that's super fun. And now I'm going to go ahead and pick some more patterns, because I'm going to put these inside that pocket. And I am using some papers from the Fresh Start, because I started getting low on pattern papers, and I wanted to add some more papers in there. And so I'm taping down all the metal pieces from the tags and all the, the set here. And it does come with stamps that you can stamp as well, but I'm not using a stamp today. I'm going to just use these to cut out the different edges and parts that'll go right into that pocket. Like, it fits perfectly. I'm going to cut this down, place this on a plate. I love having a bigger spellbinder machine. I love my Scout, but I like this size because I can do multiple cuts in one go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this off, and then get the tape off of there, and it fits perfectly inside there. And then I have some paper clips. I had a hard time getting this off, so what I did was I went ahead and took a low tack tape, and I pressed it down on the metal, and it came right off. So there's a little paper clips that I have from the dies, and I'll use those later. And then this is coming, I'm going to take this one off. So it's fun. And then this is a little tab, and then this is another cut. And it's so fun. I love this. I am so glad that I finally used these metal dies, because I've had them for about 3 months now, and I knew I wanted to do this. This is why I got them, is to make a chipboard album with interactive pages. So this is great. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add this little piece to the tag, and then I'm going to punch a hole in it. But I love all these little pieces, just to show you what that does. And then you glue this in here, just to give you an idea, which I'm going to do later once I start embellishing the album. And that will be another process video sometime this month. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole in there. And I'm being careful so it's lined up. And the hole is a little too small, so I had to change it. And now I'm using my stench to punch the holes. It's real easy to use. You just put your papers, line it up on the end, and punch it. And then I'm using the wire to bind it. The important thing to note is you're going to load these pages from back to front. You're going to place the chipboard, the back of the chipboard, the back of the album, I should say, in the very front. Okay, because it's going to go behind once you stench it. And then I'm going to go ahead and stench it. You're going to have that metal, the coil, flush against it. And it's at 1 inch. And I love that. And so watch, this is going to be how it looks. So fun. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and decorate the cover. And I'm going to go ahead and use the chipboard frame. I love that green. It really looks nice against the flower paper. You can back it with pattern paper if you prefer, but I just left it the way it is. And then I'm looking for some flowers to go ahead and add at the corner of the frame. And I like the butterflies too. They're so pretty, but I want to save those for when I actually decorate the inside. So I didn't want to use those up. And then I'm just looking for like a small sentiment, and this is perfect to get it together. And I plan on using this for family photos and some friends. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to mount this down using foam strips just to add dimension to the cover. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the title. I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. And then I'm just looking for another sticker, just a small sentiment to go right below there, and I'm going to place that right there. Super easy, simple, fun. I love how this turned out. I would love to know what you think. Link your comments below, and thank you so much for watching today. Take care.